Zephaniah was a prophet of God whose name means, Jehovah has concealed, or Jehovah has treasured. He prophesied during the reign of King Josiah of Judah, who ruled from 659 to 629 BCE. Zephaniah likely carried out his prophetic activity in the earlier part of Josiah's reign, possibly before the king's religious reforms gained full momentum. This timing is important because Zephaniah's message called for repentance and denounced widespread idolatry and moral corruption in Judah. Zephaniah's lineage. Zephaniah is unique among the prophets because his genealogy is traced back 4 generations in Zephaniah chapter 1 verse 1. This indicates that he was of notable descent, possibly related to the royal family. His great-great-grandfather Hezekiah might have been King Hezekiah of Judah, which would make Zephaniah a distant relative of King Josiah. This connection could explain his boldness in addressing not only the people but also the leadership of Judah. The Book of Zephaniah. Zephaniah's prophetic book consists of just 3 chapters, but it is rich in content and themes. It primarily focuses on the day of Jehovah, a term used to describe an impending period of divine judgment. The book is divided into 3 main sections. Judgment against Judah. Chapter 1. Zephaniah begins by declaring a comprehensive judgment from Jehovah against Judah and Jerusalem. He vividly describes the moral and religious degradation of the people, including their idolatry, complacency, and failure to seek Jehovah. Zephaniah chapter 1 verses 14 to 18 is particularly striking in its portrayal of the day of Jehovah as a day of wrath, distress, and devastation. It emphasizes the urgency of repentance and the seriousness of God's judgment. Judgment against the nations. Chapter 2. The second chapter extends Jehovah's judgment to the surrounding nations, including Philistia, Moab, Ammon, Cush, and Assyria. This section underscores the universality of God's sovereignty and his intolerance of wickedness, no matter where it is found. At the same time, Zephaniah chapter 2 verse 3 offers a glimmer of hope, encouraging the meek and righteous to seek Jehovah in the hope of being sheltered on the day of Jehovah's anger. Restoration and blessings. Chapter 3. The final chapter shifts from judgment to hope and restoration. Zephaniah promises that after the purging of wickedness, Jehovah will restore a pure language to the people, enabling them to call on his name in unity and serve him shoulder to shoulder. Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 9. The book concludes with a joyful vision of a faithful remnant living in peace and security under Jehovah's favor. Themes and lessons. Zephaniah's message is highly relevant to Jehovah's Witnesses and their understanding of Bible prophecy. Key themes include the day of Jehovah. This central theme highlights God's intervention in human affairs to execute judgment and bring about his purposes. Jehovah's Witnesses interpret this as both a historical event, such as the Babylonian conquest of Judah, and a prophetic foreshadowing of events leading up to Armageddon. Repentance and humility. Zephaniah stresses the need for individuals to turn to Jehovah in humility and righteousness. This aligns with the witnesses' emphasis on personal conduct, repentance, and faithfulness as essential for surviving Jehovah's day. Hope for a faithful remnant. The restoration of a faithful remnant reflects Jehovah's enduring mercy and his desire to bless those who remain loyal. Witnesses often apply this to their belief in the preservation of faithful Christians who will inherit God's promises. Universal sovereignty. The book of Zephaniah underscores Jehovah's authority over all nations, affirming that his standards and purposes extend universally. Witnesses view this as a reminder of God's justice and the certainty of his kingdom rule. Zephaniah's relevance today. Jehovah's Witnesses often draw parallels between Zephaniah's message and their own understanding of the modern-day fulfillment of Bible prophecies. They believe that just as Zephaniah warned of impending judgment on Judah, his words also serve as a warning for people today about the imminent arrival of Jehovah's day. The call to seek Jehovah and live righteously is seen as urgent for all who wish to gain his favor. Additionally, the prophecy of a pure language and unified worship resonates with the witnesses' belief in the establishment of true worship through the global preaching work they undertake. Please share and like and please subscribe.